Afro. I thought you were gonna say it.
No, you don't need to say it.
Oh, all that time you were.
He was trying to memorize it.
Yeah, I was memorizing it.
No, you just want
So I didn't need to memorize it.
No.
This is
You
what
can
it's
say
like.
it in yourself. But
So Afro, Nkwo. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Got salts, young crouch to the world and back, baby. Look. When they ask for a picture, what do I do? That's the pose that I choose. You can do it too. Just start traveling. When they ask for a photo, what do I show? That's the pose that I know. You can do it so. Explore different cultures. When they ask for a picture, what do I do? That's the pose that we do. You can do it too. Just come true. Explore different cultures. Learn something new. Picturesque photos. Lifestyle loco. Crazy adventures. Jungles. Oh no. Food taste top notch. Parties non-stop. Learn from locals. Cruise in a drop top. Blessings we're counting.
All right.
okay.
Should we start? Yeah? All right, let's do this. All right, so welcome back to the Young Crouch Travel Show, but this time it's a special episode. Now, I know I say that all the time, but in this instance, it's the most special episode, and I'm going to title it Young Crouch Travels Special Episode. So it's not going to be numbered, it's just going to be a one-off because the person that I have with me today is a one of one. It is my father. May you introduce yourself?
Oje Mbengwilo. Hey. Nke a bụ Ezennaya. Ezennaya na Ọba. Chibueze Obi.
Chibueze Obi.
Zimi. Zimuzo Obi. Enyi Daddy. It's my son.
Yes.
My wonderful son.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your kind words. We'll get into all of that. You know, I wanted to just allow you to say your name, you know, and then yes, that's it. We will run with it. So they will, by the end of it, know how special you are.
Great.
But we've done our introduction in terms of the Nze title, Yes. But before we start the actual questions and the nitty gritty of what I want to get into, so Young Crouch Travels, typically we have guests on and, you know, we hear travel stories, we hear, you know, like why they got into traveling, what makes them enjoy traveling. But this one is more about how you got from A to B in your life. So it's traveling related, this episode's, but it's more like a journey. It's a travel in the sense of your journey from young to where you are now. So it's a bit of a metaphor. And before we start, we do an icebreaker. So my icebreaker for you, just like you used to do when we were, you know, in the car, when we'd go to church or wherever, to our cousin's house, you would give us geography games. Yes. So I want to see how many countries you can name the capital cities of. So I'm going to give just 5 random ones. Let me see if you get them right. Okay. So what is the capital city of Nigeria?
Some people say it's Abuja.
Yeah.
Others say it's Lagos. No. Abuja is the political capital.
Okay, good.
And Lagos is the economic capital.
Okay, good. One correct, all right. This is out of 5, okay. What is the capital of Germany?
Bonn, some people say it's Berlin.
Not some people say, what's your answer?
My answer is, I could say it's Berlin.
Should we give him that? Should we give him that?
Berlin is good.
Yeah, it's Berlin. All right, 2 out of 5. All right, what is the capital of Canada? Ooh.
Ottawa, there's no dispute about that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Toronto and say there's a commercial,
the
economic.
English-speaking country will say it's Toronto, you know, but Ottawa is the political capital.
Okay, all right, well done. That's a good one. All right, 3 out of 5 so far. Kind of 2.5, but anyway. What is the capital of Japan?
Some people, I used to have this car called Toyota, but it's Tokyo.
Well done. You pulled it out of the bag. Okay. 4 out of 5. Let's see if you can get 5 out of 5. Where should we go? Where should we go? What is the capital of... Okay, I'm going to make it a difficult one, or more difficult so far.
Why?
What's the capital of Rwanda?
Rwanda. Kigali.
Oh, well done, well done. All right. Round of
Kigali.
applause for Pops.
Kigali.
Round of applause. All right, cool. All right, so before, I know I said before we get into it, I will just do this quick icebreaker, but I want to toast. All right.
Wow.
So the other challenge that I wanted to do was, how many languages can you say cheers in? But we won't get into that. I will say, how do you say cheers? Or in French, they say salut, or santé, or chin chin. In Japan, they say kanpai. When you drink just before, or just before you drink, what you say with your friends. In Igbo, how would you say it? How do you say it, Dad? What would you do?
We pour libation, to our ancestors to drink. So I'll start with my father, who is your grandfather, Okoloji.
Yeah.
Yangwamanya.
So you told me you say Ogorogondu.
First of all, yes, go to your ancestors, to my father, Mwamanya. And after that, then they say to you, Ogorogondu Narisike.
Narisike. All right.
But we have to pay homage, to
So
ancestors first.
So it's no be short thing. It's not going to be something you got just cheers. Like it has to be
you have
the
to
whole.
pay homage to your ancestors first, So.
Okay. Oh, really?
But first of all, so are you presenting the wine to me?
It's to both of us. It's to both of us.
You have to give it to me first.
All right. Let's say RCK.
Amen.
There we go. All right.
Okay.
So, whilst I'm pouring it, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? How many siblings you have? Where did you grow up? In fact, where did you grow up? Where were you born? Where were you born, Dad?
I was born in Kano.
In Kano?
Nigeria.
In Nigeria. Okay, nice.
In terms of siblings, I talk about those who are alive today. I have 2 sisters, and I have 3 other brothers. One of my sisters is alive, and 2 of my brothers are alive.
Okay. What are their names?
My big brother, I adore him.
Yeah.
It's Tennyson Emeka Obi.
Sorry.
And my sister who's alive.
Is this right?
Thank you very much.
Or is this what you say, German service, efficient
That's
service?
right.
It's fine, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay.
I have Joy Obiegeli.
Yeah.
It's my big sister.
Yeah.
Then you have my younger ones. I have Ichie Igurube.
Okay.
Oliselo Obi. Then you have Wakanwa Nze Wakanwa. Joy is my youngest.
Okay.
So that's my blessings, with my siblings.
Nice. So how many in total?
How many are there? You see, growing up, we never count number.
There's
We never
so
say
many.
number of
There's
children.
so many.
We never say number of children. We have. So.
Do you have right now? You have in terms of the ones that are on this earth at the moment.
Yeah.
You have 3.
Is it 3? Okay.
3.
You say it's 3.
You think it's 4? Yeah. Okay. So for the purpose of it, like when you were growing up, you were, I guess, seen as the middle child in a way. You were the oldest son for the majority of your memorable life.
No.
No.
was the eldest.
Okay.
Up until 1993 when he died.
Okay.
And then the mantle, moved to me. So in terms of the family hierarchy, I'm number 3.
Okay, got you.
Where we are in the whole of the Obi family dynasty.
Okay, so tell me, as a Igbo man, what made you? How come you were born in Kanu, and was it just you, or were your other siblings born in Kanu as well?
Oh, interesting question, So nature, you see, sometimes we don't have any option. We don't have any choice. Where we are born. My parents, lived in Kanu, and that meant that I was born in Kanu.
Why were they there though? Is it, do you know?
Oh, well, business, brought them to Kano, so as I said, so Providence, so takes them, took them there.
What was it like for you as a Igbo person in Kano? Like, that's the north of Nigeria for context, and the majority of people there are Hausa, and it's predominantly Muslim there. How was it for you in school? Were you speaking Igbo in school? Were you speaking Igbo at home? Were you speaking English? Did you speak Hausa? How was it for you growing up?
It was fantastic. It's wonderful, so
yeah.
It's unbelievable because primary school was in Kano, my secondary school was in Kano, and it's such a wonderful environment, so to grow up in.
Yeah.
I think you asked a question, so secondary school, I was not allowed to speak Igbo.
Oh wow.
Because most of the lecturers, tutors were all from the UK. The stipulation was that they have to come from Oxford or Cambridge. And so they were part of bringing me up. So it's a grammar school, and they made sure that we spoke the best of the Queen's English then.
So what, did they cane you if you spoke Igbo?
Oh, you're fined.
You're fined?
Yes, so.
If you have no money?
Well, we have monitors, so who will fine you if you spoke Igbo, so, and so you try as much as possible because that's your pocket money.
Wow.
So you don't speak.
And what was the name of your school?
Igbo Union Grammar School.
It was called Igbo Union Grammar School, but you weren't allowed to speak Igbo.
Yeah, well, that's the irony of it all, so. But then nobody knew, that Igbo was Igbo language, so Igbo was seen as an English language.
Yeah, okay, that's so interesting. That's why a lot of, not necessarily my friends, but people that I've come across, they always ask about the dialects in Nigeria. And I forgive ignorance because it's not well taught about in the UK, even though it should be, it was one of the British colonies. But like for people to think that Nigerian is a language when there's so many different ethnic groups, so many different languages, so in that environment as well, you said you weren't allowed to speak Igbo. Were you able to pick up Hausa?
It's a natural language that came up to me because I was born in the north, I was born amongst the Hausas, so it's just like practicing the religion. I practice the religion too because it's just something that's natural. That's what the people in that environment, that's their
way of life.
That's their way of life,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned that as well. So your household, is a Christian household.
Yes.
But in the north, it's predominantly Muslim.
That's correct.
When you were maybe going to church or with your friends, was it that you would pray together? You would how is it?
The houses will come with me.
Yeah.
Or even at grammar school, we pray together.
That's a beautiful thing.
And on Fridays, so go to the mosques, together to pray. Wow. For me, it was just a way of life. I didn't see any difference.
I love that. Yeah, because I think a lot of people can learn from that, to be honest. But I think I'm going to ask about your siblings and where they grew up. But just fast forwarding it. You are very, very open-minded, and I feel you've definitely been more open-minded since you've been in the UK. Not to say that the credit goes to the UK for that, but I did when you told me that you grew up in the north and you were around different people. I feel like that factor in your childhood, your upbringing, has allowed you to be open-minded. Where a lot of people, they're ignorant because they've never met people that are different from them. But you are a testament to growing up in an environment which is not necessarily how you would practice things at home, but you accepted it like it's just another way of life. It's the way of life to be in amongst different people. And that's one of the reasons I love London. I love the diversity and that you can go to school with people that have different practices, but you get along, more than get along. So your siblings, did they grow up in Kano for the majority of their life as well?
They did indeed.
Okay, so they have a similar experience.
Yes.
Okay.
But unlike my other siblings, my younger brother went to secondary school in the east.
In Igbo land.
In Igbo land, so he may probably not be as open-minded as myself because he had to only one way of life to see, to live with, you know. So, but for myself and my youngest one, no, my youngest, I think, if I can remember, you know, so I think he grew up in the East as well, you know. So, but for me, I didn't know any difference, you know. That's just what it was.
Yeah,
And I have to, we have to play along.
Wow. And then your sister?
Ditto.
Auntie Joy. Yeah.
Yes.
In the East. She grew up in the East.
Yes,
So I wonder, like, you speak Igbo fluently, but it wasn't taught to you. So the things like writing, the characters that are used, it's not natural to you. You just know how to speak and understand. Is it that they're better or they're more comfortable when it comes to writing Igbo? Do you know your siblings that grew up in the East?
Well, my siblings are probably better than myself in the way, probably in the writing, you know, and the speaking of the language itself. Because I do sometimes, you know, take reference, you know, do refer some words, you know, to them, you know, so to update me.
Yeah.
You know, so, but you see,
that's cute.
Language is a dynamic thing which you grow with. And so sometimes, you know, so they forget and they ask me and I tell them too.
Yeah, as the
You
big
know, so
brother.
it's not just one-way traffic anyway.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
So I noticed that there's a lot of Englibo. That's what you call it, Englibo. So it's the combination of
Igbo and English.
Igbo and English. So if there's a word that you're not sure about in Igbo, you'd put the English noun or verb in place of it.
And thank goodness, you know, is it Google and AI, you know, have come into the play, you know, so that any word that you don't understand, you know, you can Google it or AI it.
Yeah, Google, if you want to sponsor, my dad is right here. Free promo. Anyway, so I want to.
I'm so sorry.
No. That's a good. This is a good thing.
Yes.
Feel free to have a drink, by the way, whenever you want.
Yes.
So cheers, by the way. Oh yeah. In fact, we should actually clink. There we go.
Wow,
There
that's
we go.
lovely.
It's lovely, right?
Yes.
It's called High Life. It's by
High Life.
London Mania. They're UK-based, Igbo-owned.
Wow. It tastes authentic.
See, that's the promo that I'll be happily give.
Yes, it's very authentic, you know, so I love it.
Heard it from my dad himself. So I want to
Very enriching.
I want to take it towards like the Biafra War. I want to fast forward something as well. I remember when there was one time we'd come back from church and I was very young, maybe like 6 or something. And I remember you were getting changed and I noticed a little dent on your leg. And I think I was so ignorant. I was a child. I thought it was like a button. I was like, and I didn't want to ask.
Yeah.
And I think years down the line, I put 2 and 2 together and it looked like what could only be described as a bullet wound. So I asked you later when I got the courage. And so this is when I started doing more research about the Biafra War. And I always wondered why, you know, Igbo parents and maybe Nigerian parents in general were so averse to violence in terms of, you know, you might be watching a movie or, you know, a drama and there's gunshots and you're like, why are you watching this? Or, you know, there's certain scenes that you just feel like, and even when it comes to anything to do with poverty or, you know, anything that looks or resembles hardship, you don't like. Even when people wearing ripped jeans, you're like, why would you do that? Like, so, and it made me tap into the psyche of an Igbo parent, someone who's experienced the Biafra War firsthand, and why there's certain conversations that just didn't come up, certain traumas, in essence, which didn't come up. So maybe is the question how did you live through it? Yeah, maybe you can talk me through your experience.
Yeah, let me touch on that unique one, you know, which you experienced when you were 6. I mean, I think you say some parents, not all parents. You know, but see, I had shrapnel, we call it then. Shrapnel, you know, is the residue when a bomb drops, you know, sort of the encased chemicals causes the metals, so to scatter. And so one of them lodged into my right leg, thigh. Well, I mean, it embedded itself there, and lived on there, so for most of my life. And over time, so my skin covered it. And so it wasn't until I got to Germany, that the pain became excruciating, and I had to go to the hospital, and that was when the shrapnel, was removed.
Oh, okay.
But the scar was there, so it's a good thing. It reminds me of those horrible days, of the war.
I don't blame you for not bringing it up as well. I think unless it's brought to the attention of the parents by the children or the descendants of the Igbo parents in the diaspora, there's no reason why you're going to bring it up because it's painful.
No, I mean, it was just there. Probably it wasn't painful at that time.
I don't necessarily mean the shrapnel.
Okay.
It's the war itself.
Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible.
We don't even need to dwell on it too much, but there was a story that you mentioned. You were obviously living in Kanu, and then when it was announced that the war was about to commence, you all had to go to the east.
Yeah. I mean, when the war, I was in Igbo Grammar School then, and we're on recess. That's we're on holidays. When all of a sudden the week we came back to resume. That was when the war. I mean, it says people were running helter skelter. Nobody, I didn't know what was happening, and then it was rioting and so on, and from there, it was we didn't reconvene in school anymore. The next thing was my parents. When the rioting scaled down, the first available opportunity was to send me back to the east with my mom. And my father remained behind, hoping that things would get better for us to come back, but he didn't. The next thing was for him to come back home. It was unplanned, but we are lucky that we have a shelter at home. And that was how we started a new life in Oba.
In Oba. That's the hometown.
The hometown, yes.
Abumonye or Oba.
Abumonye Oba.
Yeah, from Oba. It's good that you seep that into me. And I know that you're someone who's, well, maybe you can say yourself, you're a proud Nigerian as well.
Oh, of course.
After all of that, that's still something that you're proud to say. Of course, we're Igbo, but also Nigerian. And but the other thing, when you went back to the east, so your sister had come from Lagos, right?
Okay.
She was living in Lagos at the time.
Yes.
Uncle George, your youngest brother, who was already in the east.
Yes.
Uncle Charlie, he was
already in the east. Yes.
You said that your dad was working he was working in the military?
No. My father, before the war,
so World War II, sorry.
He came to the north, so before World War II.
Okay.
And then it so happened that during the World War II, when the World War II ended, they had what they call, custodians of the German property. And so he was employed, as a clerk of the custodians of the German property. And so it was an elevated position, for him to be one of the few people who had those positions then. And he excelled there, And it was during that period, that he was paid off, and he made some savings, to go into transport business.
Wait, your father was in transportation?
Oh, yes.
And I'm in transportation?
That is the wonderful thing about it.
What? I had no...
Sorry, my father was a very big transporter in himself. He was a very big transporter in himself, and he was into transport business in himself. And then Over the years, he built a successful transport business, in Kano.
Ah, I see. So that's why he was based there.
Yes.
You mentioned that he was the first one who kind of came into some money
Yes.
in your family.
That's right.
So he must have been a big inspiration for you.
Well, he was, Besides, the money he didn't, he added value to the family, because his younger brother, he was contributed to sending him to America, to study, and then he paid school fees, for his cousins, to go to secondary school, so he added value, to the family at that point in time.
Yeah, and that mindset would have been carried down to you.
Unwittingly.
Yes. Oh, wow. So you touched on America. I want to touch on that in a bit, but there's something that I always remember you telling. And, this is the thing. When I have conversations with my pops randomly, I find out a story about him that I've never heard before. I'm like, I've known you all my life, obviously, some decades now. And how am I just learning this about you now? So, but one of the ones that came up was... during, the kind of scramble to the east.
Yes.
Just for the geography, the Igbos are mainly in the east of Nigeria, and there's currently 5 states. But at the time, I think it was just East Nigeria. So where Abia is now, you just had your cities. You didn't necessarily have the division of states.
Yes.
So you were in Aba. Okay. So... you did a walk from there.
Yes.
Tell me more.
I was walking in Abadan.
So you had just arrived in the east from Kanu?
No. During when the war broke out.
War.
Before the war broke out, I got a job because I passed my school certificate. So I was employed in the immigration office.
Oh, I see.
In Lagos. But then everybody was going home. So my elder brother said we should go back to the east. So when we got back to the east, I was reabsorbed into the immigration department of the east, or Biafra then. So I was working in Aba, Department of Immigration. And one day, everybody started running. And what happened? They said, Nigerian troops, are now very close to Aba. So before they invade Aba, what do? Everybody started going back to the nearest safe place. So that was how my brother was living with me, Charles was living with me then. So that's how we started the trek. It's a big trek. It's about from Aba to Umuahia.
So that's okay. So for context, that Aba currently is in the state of Abia.
Yes.
And Aba is in the south of Abia,
yes.
And Umuahia is in the north of Abia State.
That's right, yes.
So that's probably like London to Birmingham.
Exactly, something like
Imagine walking from London to Birmingham.
Yes.
Can you imagine? And you had no choice, you just had to do it.
But you see, the thing is, we're like a multitude, so everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, so you didn't feel the pain.
Yeah.
Because everybody was doing the same thing, so.
I can't imagine.
Thank God, I think just my suitcase, that was what we carried, so.
You're going to get onto your suitcase.
Yes.
Because you call it a portmanteau?
Yeah,
I mean, when you first said that word, I was like, I've never heard of a portmanteau. I was like, are you saying portman, toe, as in your foot? It's a French word, it's portmanteau. God, I was like, what?
So the idea was for us to go to Umuahia with little luggage. And then I'll come back and then do the... Hopefully, the vision will not be true. But when we got to Umuahia, I found that where do we stay? I didn't know anybody in Umuahia. So luckily, I have a cousin, I remember the name, so I don't know. It's funny, so how life was then, because I've never been to Umuahia before. I don't know anybody there. But somehow a cousin says, there's a cousin who lives in Umuahia. So I started asking, because one thing is to know, then the other thing is to find out where they live. I don't know where they live. I started asking, do you know where this person lives? And so on, So that was how I came to locate him. And he was kind enough to absorb my brother and myself.
That's amazing, man.
But the following day, I had to trek back to Mahia again. I mean, to Aba.
Again. Wow.
To rescue my luggages, the things we have, so because you see, it's not something, people say you plan, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. But this environment is where there's no plan.
Yeah.
There's no plan.
Yeah. I understand. I'm a spontaneous person and I like the idea of it. But when it's not by choice, when you just have
It's a matter of life.
Go with the flow, this is definitely a scary thought. So this is also a recurring theme of your life as well. So we're going to get onto that. You going somewhere and not knowing anyone, but still making something of yourself.
Out of it.
And that's very much testament to your character, being able to adapt, showing politeness with who you come across, so that, that cousin might have thought you weren't a nice guy. I'm being PG with that.
I know it.
Yeah, but if you didn't have a good reputation in that regard, maybe not. Maybe he wouldn't turn your way in that circumstance.
Kudos to him too, because he would have, if he's a bad person.
That's what I mean. Yeah, because there might have been other people that were saying, "Oh, my cousin," So, okay. So after that, I remember you saying that you went back to Arba, and there was, a lot of panic, a lot of vitriol, and you had, I think, some sardines in a cabinet. And I think you said that someone had come offering help or, with a nice face, but their intention was to take all of the food that was remaining. But you, at your young age, you were still a teenager. There's not much that you could have done. Am I making something up, or is it?
No, you see, what happened was, there's something called relief, so we're giving relief, Relief is something you give to the refugees.
Yeah.
And we had a local church, St. Paul's Church, Oba, where the pastor there, or the vicar, whatever you call him, the relief goes to him from the World Council of Churches, and he would then distribute that. But he was a very funny man, so if your face doesn't fit in, he doesn't give you any relief. So when the war came to an end, my mother is a very wonderful woman. He decided to bring all this food to her. Remember? And my mother said, "No, take it away. I don't need it." And I said, "Mom, why would you say, this is God blessing you, you pray, come on." My mother adamantly refused, no. So my elder brother went behind and said, "Look, bring it." And they brought the food. Unfortunately for those food which were brought in, the following morning, people heard that the reliefs were put in a house. And with good thinking, when you talk of the sardine, so I asked my brother, let's go and put it in the loft. Some food in the loft. And put just a little bit below, so that people will not go think, that there's upstairs, So when they came to scavenge, so they took everything that was low there, and left the ones we left in the loft, and that carried us, till the end, till I went to Lagos,
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think
we'll touch on that. We'll touch on that. We'll touch on that. So the sardines is something that we still have in our household today, and I think that's been carried forward, like the mentality of having to just in case, a rainy day,
just in case. My mother will always say,
we're definitely not in that situation anymore. But
not well. I mean, my mother will always say, "Look, keep food," because you never know people who will come.
Yeah.
Without telling you that they are coming.
Yeah.
Mark you, those days there were no thing like mobile phone. So people can just bump into you without telling you that they're coming.
Yeah, no, that's true. All right, so I want to, you mentioned Lagos, right? I want to take it to, obviously desperate times, desperate measures, people in a dire situation. So I don't blame, the people that wanted to maybe rob some houses or, they were hungry and, they were facing war and being killed. So tough times. You knew that the situation was untenable in Nigeria, so you decided to up and leave, say Japa. Where did you go, and did you know where you were going? Where did you go after?
Like I said, I started by saying, there's always this saying, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. But in my life, there's nothing like that kind of planning. It's like modeling through, just model through. And so as fortune will have it, or fate will have it, My sister remained in Lagos. She didn't come back to the East. And the first person she asked of was me. And as I quickly, she sent money, and I got the first transport, and then.
Oh wow! So you got such a close bond with your sister, and it
Indeed,
makes sense. Yeah.
And then when I got there, I was reabsorbed into the immigration department, and started working there.
Yeah, okay.
And then from there, she was very strict with me.
Yeah.
I said, look, this money you are getting, I bring it to her. And
Yeah.
then she would then count my pocket money and give to me.
You told me that she stopped you from dating because you'd be spending your money.
Not only that, she wants to know any girl that I bring into the house. So she wants to know who. And if the conversation was not about progress, she will wake up from sleep and say, go.
I love that. I love that.
Go, say go. But she helped me.
Yeah.
Because in the process, so I was able to save money. And because I was in the immigration, seeing people going and so on, I was able to make friends, who were going outside the country. Luckily for me, I met a classmate of mine when I came back from the East. And we had the same ambition to leave the country.
Ah, okay, wow.
So that was how we started saving money and planning where to go. The only country we can go to at that point in time was to go to Germany.
Was that related to your dad working in the north on behalf of Germany, or?
No, there's no relationship at all.
Okay.
It's just my classmate, in Kano.
Yeah.
We met in Lagos, and what is the place we had to go without applying for visa?
Yeah.
And it's Germany.
Wow, I wonder.
Even though we don't speak the language.
Yeah.
So again, that became a window of opportunity. So I told my sister bought into the idea. That's the language she wants to hear. So we started planning, and then we met. Oh, next thing was I didn't have passport. So again, my classmate was working in the passport office. So he helped us to get passport. Then to get a passport was not easy. So we got the passport. He helped me get passport for my brother, for my sister, and so on. So I got the passport early, and then next thing was when to leave. So we fixed a date, to leave in Christmas. But then that was very cold in that. We didn't know what cold weather was like. So they say it's winter. It's very cold. That snow was on. What is snow? Never seen snow before. That was how we planned to leave Nigeria in December.
Wow! Of all times to leave, that's the lit
We
time.
just have to leave, So.
Yeah. So, what was the flight like? So you went from Lagos direct to Munich? Or
No.
Berlin?
We went to Italia those days, and it was to drop in Accra.
Yeah. So you were stopped in Ghana first.
In Ghana, yes, and then went to Italy, and then from there to take a train to Germany, to Munich.
Wow.
It was very interesting, because when we got to Italy, to Rome, my friend, had a talking drum with him. So we quickly, when we landed, we took a taxi quickly to the train station to go and take the train. So just as we were on the platform, the train going to Munich was just leaving. Oh gosh. And the next train, will be 12 hours later. So we had to stay there. My friend was playing his drum on the platform there. So what can we do? We didn't know what next to do. Whether we were hungry or not, I can't remember whether we were hungry, but we were hungry. We just bought something there. So luckily for us, a Nigerian passed by. So a Nigerian, because he introduced himself as a Nigerian. He said, "You guys are from Nigeria?" I said, "Yes." And then he said, "Where are you going?" "We're going to Munich. We just missed our train." Dear. So the first thing he asked us is, "We have transit visa." "What is transit visa?" never heard of that. He said, yeah, we got transit. I said, no, we don't. So can we see your passport? You cannot see your. He said, we don't have any visa, nothing at all. He said, you're lucky that you didn't have transit visa because they would have sent you back to Nigeria. I said, oh my goodness, So my friend stopped hitting the drum. No, it's a serious talk, serious.
He stopped real fast.
Serious talk. So what next? What do? We have to go to apply for the visa first. So the whole agreement was a blessing in disguise. Mm-hmm. Not only it was Friday, so the offices are closed. So we have to look for a place to stay for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday to go and apply for visa, to Austria visa. I think Austria, I can't remember the other country, but Austria, Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Switzerland and Austria visa, And these things are not cheap. You have to pay.
Of course.
So we had to go. Luckily, I had some foreign exchange, which I had that with me then, So we paid, we went to this visa, got visas to go through those countries, So that was what saved us that journey.
Wow, it sounds insane. It sounds so hectic. So in the end, you arrived in Germany.
We did, indeed.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thankfully.
Yes.
But I say thankfully,
yes.
You didn't know anyone in Germany.
No. My friend, my schoolmate, his brother passed through the same immigration and then went to Munich. Mm-hmm. So he said we should come to Munich.
Okay.
So that was how we traveled to Munich.
I see.
But he didn't know anything. He didn't know any better.
Yeah.
So we were all just trying to model our way through.
Fair enough. All right, so you're in Germany now. You didn't speak the language or anything.
No.
You
No
knew
money,
very
no
few
work.
people.
Yeah.
You didn't have any property to your name.
Nothing at all.
To even rent.
No.
How did you get by? And because you told me about someone that, like a German lady, who, and maybe that's a fast forward. Is that
fast forward?
Okay, so
fast forward.
because I know that you
state.
stopped in North America, which is something you mentioned earlier about having an uncle there. I think Canada.
I mean, like I said, there was no plan.
Yeah.
So it's just modeling through. My friend, went to German school in Nigeria.
Oh.
So it's just motoring language. He didn't know anything anyway. Years later, I knew he didn't know anything.
So how's your German?
He was just bluffing his way. So, but the interesting thing was when we went to an office trying to look for a job.
Yeah.
And this is a rotating door. So we went to this office and we saw somebody in something that resembled a police cap.
Mm.
So he went first, and they rotated. So we saw this man standing there. He said, "Don't stop." I shouldn't stop. So just follow the rotating door. So when I came out, next thing I saw him running. He said, "Run." I said, "Why are we running?" So,
why are we running?
Why are we running? So he said, "Hey, that's immigration police."
That's the origin of the meme. Oh my gosh.
She said, "That's immigration." Oh gosh, I ran. I never knew what we were running for.
Wow.
I got there, I said, that's immigration police. So.
Yeah.
Years later, I went back to that place. I found that it's just security guard.
Yeah.
We didn't know any better. So that was just one of our experiences. Anyway, we went, went for jobs, asking for jobs, menial jobs. We got somewhere we were told to pick apples. Arrange stocks, so they paid us some money, and we have money to eat.
Wow! So you mentioned a German woman to me.
Yes.
Who was that? What was the significance of her?
Oh, she was very helpful those days,
And how did you meet as well?
Again, so we belong to the Catholic Church.
Oh, okay.
That helped us, to apply to direct us, to give meaning to our lives. So first of all, to get anything done in Germany, you have to meld, you have to register, you have to be registered, and then to register means, that You have to give the details of your life, where you are, so on, So we had to go to a place called Dakar to go and register.
Okay.
So
Where is that?
Dakar in Germany.
Are you still in Munich at this point, or
Munich? But Munich is
Bavaria, like the whole region?
Yeah. Dakar, is one of. It's like going from here to Reading.
Oh, okay, just outside.
Outside, so to go and register. So we had to go and register because it's no questions asked there.
Yeah.
So we registered there, and then that was how I started, looking for jobs, they call it practicant, that's apprenticeship, and got that, and this lady was part of that apprenticeship, so helping me to get apprenticeship as an electrician. So in the process of trying to settle down in Germany, I thought, that could be opportunities elsewhere. So having settled in Munich, so the first year, the second year, there are other friends, who started coming in. Not friends, but people who came in, became friends, because we had the Catholic Church helped us to get a house where we lived.
Yeah.
So they came and lived with us, So he said, that, he has a friend in Germany, in Canada. So those days, there were no mobile phones. So it was letter.
Yeah.
So we wrote a letter to this friend, somebody he knows in Edmonton.
Edmonton. Oh, so it's not your uncle. It's like your friends.
No. I didn't know them. I didn't even know nobody. We didn't know ourselves. A friend could be a brother. So we wrote, and he replied, "Yes, you can come." So that's another journey.
You went to Canada.
I went to
what year is this? Circa 73, 1972?
72, 73.
No mobile phones, just pen pal things.
Just to write a letter, and then he gave me his address.
Wow. So, and you write a letter. It's not like it's instant.
No.
It gets there.
2 weeks, a month, or something like that.
So you in the letter you stated the date that you were intending to arrive, the time.
No. First of all, whether he's going to
accept
me. So he said yes. Then I have to write again. This is when I'm planning to come. He said, okay. I bought my ticket. Okay, when are you coming? What is the flight? So I had to buy a ticket and write to him. So my flight plan, was to go to. There's no direct flight, from Munich to
Edmonton,
to Germany, to Canada.
Yeah.
So I bought a ticket, to go to Icelandic Air. To stop in Iceland.
Yeah.
Then to New York.
Oh wow.
Then to change, and then take a bus, Greyhound bus.
Okay.
Greyhound bus, to Edmonton.
Yeah. And
that was 3 days from New York to Edmonton.
But that person was waiting for you on time.
On that day.
Incredible.
It was incredible because I didn't. There was no phone, nothing.
Yeah. So your intention at that point was to stay in Canada and see what you can make of yourself
in Canada.
Yeah.
So I stayed in Canada.
How long?
Unfortunately, I think I arrived there in November, but by Christmas they said they cancelled all those because it used to be automatic. And because I didn't want to lose my stay permit in Germany, December I said, look, I'm going back.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I had to go back again to Germany.
So it was like 1 month that you were there.
And I spent 2 months,
Okay, yeah, give or take.
Give or take, so I went back to Germany.
Okay, and then is that where you stayed with the German woman after that?
No. The German woman was with us in what's it called, in Munich before she moved to Frankfurt.
I see. Okay, because little disclaimer. I went to Frankfurt with my pops.
Yes.
We went together probably 2006 or so.
About that time,
And I was like, how do you know this lady? Like, and she's so nice. And that was a great experience for me. But little did I know the things that she had helped you with. I didn't know how much of a significant person she was in your life.
She was very significant, in terms of getting the apprenticeship job in those days, so.
No, I respect that.
Part of a Catholic Church, so what they provided, so.
No, I really appreciate that. At the time, I just thought
she was she says, I mean, why are you going to England? Because she came to London to visit me.
Ah, okay.
She did, so. And why not stay in Germany, so? But I was in a haste.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And I mean, if you had stayed in Germany, maybe I wouldn't have been born. Maybe it wouldn't have been me. Maybe I don't know how it works, but I might not be here today doing this conversation.
But remember when I was living in Nigeria, this is where that portmanteau thing came up.
Yeah. Well, sorry, but before you get, so you went back to Germany and you were looking to go to the UK. Is that what your idea was?
That was, again,
you speak English and...
Yes, that was the next mountain to climb.
Okay. So you went there.
Yeah.
But you didn't stay there at first. You had to go back or something like that. Talk me through the process of going to the UK, not knowing anyone.
No, I mean, again, so we stayed there, so I mean, this is versatility, You see, my life was, you make friends. Friends, so it could be your brother. There's nothing like, I don't know. Looking back now, I think I'm much more cautious of life now than those days, So again, here we are within this environment we are staying. It became the place, the data center of what you want to do.
Where is that, sorry?
In Munich.
In Munich, okay.
And so another friend of ours was there, and she says, oh, he has a brother who works in Bank of England. And so on, so, and then, okay, I expressed my interest. I want to go to England. So this is an address again, they gave me 2 addresses. One was in Borough, one was in Balham.
We're in Borough right now, or London Bridge, yes.
But the problem was this, I had to go through, what's it called, Southend.
Okay.
Because if you go through visa and so on, but Southend was fairly light, so flying in. So anyway, I had to write this young man in Balham. I had his address, so he replied, hey, you can come. The one in Borough replied too, you can come. So on that fateful day, I took off. I said the day I'm coming. And flight came, went through the immigration in Southend. I was allowed to come in through. I went to Borough. I couldn't locate the place, the address that was given to me in Borough.
Yeah.
It was, and it was cold. It was winter.
Of course, recurring theme.
And there was strike, so I couldn't make out what strike. What is strike?
Yeah. In Nigeria, you work.
You work. It's a strike.
Yeah.
So anyway, I stayed there, and after 2 hours, I couldn't locate the place. Then next thing was option 2. So if you look at me in life, that's why I always have 2 things in life. Anything I do, there's always plan B.
Okay.
So there's plan B. So I decided to go to, excuse me, take plan B. So then there's this thing called, public phone.
Yeah.
I don't know how I managed, whether I had coins, I put that, and call him. And call this plan B, the one in Balham.
Yeah.
And he picked up. Yeah. I said, look, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm coming. He said, oh yeah, come.
Yeah.
How do I come? I don't know how to come. Taxi. I paid the whole money I had in my pocket.
Just to make it there. Oh, wow.
We got there. He was nice. He cooked food and we ate. The following morning, oh yeah, go and look for George.
Just like that. Okay, so I mean, I didn't expect, a stranger effectively to take you in for, forever, but he was nice on first. So I want to ask, before we, start closing it down, I want to ask how you met Mum. How did you meet my mum?
Bless her memory, So my brother one day told me, I think, how did he communicate? I can't remember. He gave her a letter to give to me. Then I've already relocated to Nigeria, working, So one day I came back, and I saw a nice lady, who came back. He said,
Jeez.
Che. I said, wow. I've got a letter from my brother for you. I said, wow, really? He said, yes. So she gave me the letter already. I said, oh, wow, that's good. Thank you very much. That was how that story started, because when I went to the immigration, they asked me the same thing, So,
Yeah.
so I took her address, and the rest is just stories, So because I had to, when she gave me, I said, "Can I visit you?" Yes, you can. I came to visit her, and she was very nice, cooked nice food when I came to visit her.
Were you dropping bars? Were you dropping game? Were you like, yo?
I didn't know her. She didn't know me. So
I thought you looked nice.
It was. You see, Providence is funny. You see, so when she said, "This is her address," I called my elder brother. This is what has happened, So he said, "Let's go and see her." Then apparently, the uncle was somebody I was quite acquainted with in London.
Oh, okay.
That's Alexa Rakusi.
Oh my God. I told you, sorry, for the audience, I told you that there's been decades that I've been telling and hearing stories from my dad and some that I haven't heard. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Uncle Alex Arakusi.
Arakusi, so that's
Chishi's father. Okay.
Arakusi has always been somebody I looked. When we first met, I met him in London. He says, "Come back to Nigeria. I will look after you. I will do this for you. I will help you." So that was how we met. In one of the parties we went to in London here. And so when BC came to me with this letter and the address where she's staying was at Alexa Rakusi's place.
Oh my gosh.
I said, that couldn't be
small world. It can't be a coincidence.
And then Alexa Rakusi, may so rest in peace, reminded me of how we met in London and so on, So and I said, I remembered, so on. Well, when nature prepares your way for you, it will not go wrong, So.
Yeah.
And apparently, even then, he was good friends with my elder brother, Tennyson.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was just like at home.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Yes.
So much so that you brought Mum back to the UK with you.
And I brought her back to the UK.
Yeah.
So,
Just a quick one as well, actually. You said how you met Uncle Alex in London.
Yes.
You were staying with the person in London Bridge or Borough?
No, in Balham.
In Balham.
Balham,
And then you met Uncle Alex during that time?
No, when I was a student, so many years again.
After that?
After that,
Okay, I see.
Because I was invited to a party,
and then
where I met Alex. So.
Wow. So, okay, the last words that I want to say is like, the journey has been incredible. Like just to hear it directly and to allow people to hear it is an honor. I think this should be titled Young Crouch Journeys rather than Young Crouch Travels, because the journey has been a fruitful one. And the last thing that I'd say as well is, you came to the country, or let's say when you settled down in this country, you allowed our family on Mum's side of the family to stay in the house in Streatham where we live. Even after Mum had passed away, you still remained close to that side of the family. That's why I've got a good relationship with my cousins on that side. So you arrived in this country with nothing but a portmanteau, a suitcase, no money, you knew no one really, and you had no shelter. To then providing accommodation, hospitality for people from family and friends from different parts of the world to stay with you. That's testament to your character, and to that, I want to say, Ogorogondo.
Ogorogondo Narishike.
Cheers.
Any daddy.
I love you, Dad.
Any daddy.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for this.
And you never know why that your name, Zimuzo.
Yeah. Why am I called Zimuzo? Why?
It's providence, because you see, life has got a way of teaching you some good lessons, So when you were born, 2 weeks, had appendicitis, and I had to stay with you. And one of the things that kept on recurring to me, is God being in control. God being in control. And within the Igbos, Chukwu is one of those fundamentals. It's a legacy. Believing in God, that God knows the best. God's time is the best. And so on and so on. And so one of that unique name was Zimuzo. Chukwu Zimuzo. God showed me the way. This is a wonderful son you've given me.
Wow.
Why the pain? But then we don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say gold, diamond in itself, is produced from pressure. Little did I know that it was a way for me to look after you, because the person we arranged to come and look after you when you were born came in. The next thing was to go to meet her boyfriend in Liverpool.
Oh, wow.
Who will look after you? So it was just that appendicitis, which I had, that made me to stay at home, to stay with you for 6 months.
Wow.
God's way is the best.
So that's why I'm called Show Me the Way.
Show me the way.
That's
God's way is the
beautiful.
best. Chukwuzimuzo. It's a prayer. It's a prayer. It's also a legacy. Our faith, my faith in God, that because I believed in Him, He made that way out. It's humility, it's integrity. And so sometimes, and you're so wonderful because it's just a manifestation, of that thing called faith. Believe that God is in charge and God will make that way. And He made that way.
Thank you, Dad. Yeah. I do find it interesting as well that my immediate family, my siblings, we all have such unique names. Born and raised in the UK, but we really bear our Igbo names with pride as well. And so I'll continue that legacy. And, I always found it interesting that my name is Show Me the Way, and I'm into travel, I'm into transport. It can't just be a coincidence. These are industries that are related to showing the way. So, yeah, on that note, thank you so much, Dad.
Thank you.
Emailer, Dalu.
Nze. Oje Begwilo.
Spinyan Crush Travel.
Ezennaya.
Ezennaya. All right.
Ofu. Ngwa, where?
Thank you.
Oh dear.
You did well. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
so much. Yeah.